Hey everyone, it's Ben Harder here, and in today's video, we'll be looking at the Ford Super Duty Lariat. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Lariat Miller Ford here in Draper for giving me some time with this truck. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Scott. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is the 6.7 liter high output Power Stroke that goes through a 10-speed. It puts out 500 horsepower and then 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, I really like this color on the Super Duty. I think it looks really sharp. It's got a little bit of metallic flake in it. Now, I've got the giant headlights here. You can see the grill's all blacked out, including the Ford logo on this one. Body painted bumper, and that's where you can really see the sparkle of this metallic gray. Fog lights there at the bottom and all of that, but there's the front. Turn wheel setup is 275 by 65 by 20 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels all blacked out with this package. Still have a solid front axle, by the way. Lariat there on the front end, 6.7L Power Stroke. And then you can see down below, got these side steps, got a bedside step, and then mirror cap's also blacked out with this package. You do have the giant mirrors with this one. And then leaf springs here on the rear, and I like the FX4 how that's blacked out. So here's kind of the side-ish view. It's a really big truck and kind of a small lot. But anyways, we've got our key fob here, lock and unlock, remote start, tailgate drop down, Ford logo there. So they'll slow lower down. LED lights here. Got little plugins there for the fifth wheel setup, another LED light on the other side. And yeah, I like the protection overall. Notice we do have a tailgate step. And then, oh, this one doesn't raise up. Yeah, no, you got to do it manually. See here with the tail lights, you got the bumper step there as well. And there's the rest of the rear. This will lead us inside where we've got soft touch here. Same thing up top. Got this little wood trim insert. Lariat does get nicer seats that perforated all down the center. You do get some under seat storage. Flat loading floor up front. So with the vents, we've got heated seats here, some charging ports as well, and tons of legroom, tons of headroom. It is a crew cab. And then popping up front, we've got more soft touch here. All of our window controls, front to rear automatic. The mirrors power fold in. They also extend out. Memory seats. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. Payload is 3,178. This is a 250. 11,100 is the gross vehicle weight rating. There's the front seat. Again, perforated all down the center. All of your power adjustments on the side. Light controls here. Pedal adjustment. Steering wheel is manually adjustable. Here's a quick look at the steering wheel. Soft touch all around. A bunch of practical controls here on the front, like cruise control, volume voice command controls, controls for the center, got your turn signal, windshield wiper stock. Column shifter here, too. Plus and minus to manually shift, and there's an M there on the end to pop in the manual mode. Digital gauge cluster here in the center, which we can use to see different bits of info on stuff within the truck, like fuel economy, for example. And then the drive modes will also pop up here. They quite a bit more drive modes on the new Super Duty. 360 camera, got the bird's eye view as well. Trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel. Good resolution. And you notice above the screen only has diesel exhaust brake and your hill descent control. They've gotten rid of a lot of physical buttons because we're just putting more and more stuff into these big fancy screens, which I don't know, some of you might not mind, others of you might care more. Anyway, shortcut bar, there's another little tab there on the side too that you can scroll through. Pretty nice trim across most of the dash with this new Super Duty. Got the double glove box set up down below. Analog controls here for the radio, dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. Let's see what the little charging ports there. Trailer brake controls too. And then our drive line select. And notice, 2-speed transfer case, rear locking differential, drive mode select built into the whole area. Phone charging pad, more storage here in the center. I like the center console setup here. Good storage Inside, regular rear view mirror, 6 auxiliary switches, power sliding rear window, and then no sunroof. Here's a quick look at the window sticker for the 250 here. $87,880 is the total MSRP. And let's see how it performs. Super Duty. Super Duty turning radius. That is awful. Yeah, just barely gonna clear that. But hey, when you're like, gosh, how long is this thing? Over 20 feet? You're over 20 feet and have solid axles front and rear. Not gonna turn well. Driving this type of truck is kind of like driving a small boat. It really is, because you're in a small, if you've never had a chance to drive one of the smaller boats, the steering, right, just goes and goes and goes. And it's not, I mean, it's not the worst thing on the planet, but like lots of steering input doesn't move things all that much. I mean, some of the modern ones I'm sure are a lot better than the older ones. I don't know a lot about boats, to be honest though, but a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of what this is like. Lots and lots of steering input, and then it moves, but it's it's not all that sharp, not all that precise. You gotta put quite a bit of effort into this. But boy, oh boy, the torque. I mean, I am just basically idling through here. It's really impressive. And look at that, Raptor R. Those are always cool to see. I'm sure I'll see it again. Waiting for a Starbucks order. We all know the Starbucks Sippin' Sissies by Raptor R's. The real homies by Super Duties. We all know it. We all know it. Man, it is just, I mean, it's it's so fascinating to see how this, you know, does what it can to put down the power. Gosh, this thing's a monster. Absolute monster. It's pretty incredible how much power they've been able to squeeze out of this engine. And I do think it's pretty incredible this also has a factory warranty. Like, just transport yourself back 30 years, which, by the way, 2000 it's 25 years ago now. I know that'll hurt some people, but anyways, transport yourself back 30 years and say, okay, factory warranty, 1,200 pound-feet of torque, right? You wouldn't be able to utter that sentence, but yeah, I've been able to somehow figure it out with this. It's pretty incredible. Now, I have people ask me about the daily drivability of the diesel trucks. There's a lot of people that they just occasionally tow, or they just want the big truck. From my experience, Ford's the best riding, followed by General Motors, followed by Ram. Ram is, in terms of the, I mean, the 2500 in the Ram is pretty good actually, but the 3500 Rams are horrible. But yeah, Ford, they've managed to get rid of the leaf spring hop for the most part in the back end. It's not luxury at all. It's, you know, still got some stiffness to it, but it's actually not too bad when you go over bumps in this truck. It doesn't hop around all over the place like what you have with the other brands. It's, again, it's not perfect, but it stays pretty planted. And this really makes a big difference when you're just driving down regular roads. The Ford just kind of goes down the road, whereas what you kind of feel like in the other trucks is just dun, 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 dun. And again, it's the worst in the Ram 3500 by a long shot. So overall, this drives really well. It's got great torque, lots of power overall. It's smooth, it's got a nice interior. just requires you to sign over your soul to be able to make payments on this, because it is expensive. It's very, very expensive. So let me know what you guys think about the Super Duty Lariat here, and let me know what you think about 250 versus 350. Do you have a preference? Most people just go for the 350 because you basically are getting, I mean, and there's a little bit more of a difference, but basically an extra leaf, and so you get way more payload, and it pretty much drives the same. It does cost a little bit more, but it's not that big of a difference. So yeah, let me know your thoughts.